My school went into lockdown 6 hours ago. The fog outside is melting people. It started during third period chemistry. Mrs. Rodriguez was explaining molecular bonds when the intercom crackled to life. Attention students and staff. We are implementing an immediate lockdown. Remain in your current location until further notice. This is not a drill. Nobody panic. We've done lockdown drills a dozen times this year. Lock the door, turn off lights, hide behind desks, wait for the all clear. But the all clear never came. My name is Dante, and I'm a junior at Riverside High School. What I'm about to tell you sounds impossible, but I swear it's happening right now. I'm writing this on the school computer lab laptop, hoping someone out there can help us. The first hour was normal. Kids whispered jokes, checked their phones, complained about missing lunch. Mrs. Rodriguez kept checking her email for updates from administration. Nothing. That's when we noticed the fog. It appeared suddenly, like someone had flipped a switch. One minute the parking lot was visible through our second floor windows. The next, it was completely white. Thick, unnatural fog that swirled in patterns that didn't make sense. Weird weather, my lab partner Chloe said, pressing her face to the glass. I can't see anything out there. The fog wasn't just thick, it was wrong. Too bright, too clean. It moved against the wind, forming spirals and waves that defied physics. And it was climbing higher, creeping up the building like fingers reaching for something. At 1:47 p.m., we heard the first scream. It came from somewhere near the main entrance, high-pitched and full of terror. Then another, then several at once, all from outside. Mrs. Rodriguez tried calling the principal's office. No answer. She tried the main desk. Nothing. Our cell phones had no signal, but somehow the school's Wi-Fi still worked. I'm checking the hallway, said Jay, the kid who always acted tough. Before Mrs. Rodriguez could stop him, he cracked open the classroom door. The hallway was empty, dark. Emergency lighting cast everything in an eerie red glow. But the strangest part was the smell, sharp and chemical, like bleach mixed with something medical. Hello, Jake called out. His voice echoed strangely, like the air itself was different. That's when we saw Principal Henderson walking down the hallway. Except something was wrong with him. His movements were stiff, mechanical. As he passed under one of the emergency lights, we could see his skin. It was melting, not like fire burns, like acid. His face was sliding off his skull in wet chunks, but he kept walking like nothing was happening. When he turned toward our classroom, we could see straight through the holes where his cheeks used to be. Jake slammed the door shut and locked it. What was that? Chloe whispered, backing away from the windows. What's happening to people? We tried to stay calm, but then the fog started seeping under the door. Just thin tendrils at first, like smoke from a cigarette. But wherever it touched, the floor began to bubble and dissolve. The windows, Mrs. Rodriguez said, rushing to check them. The fog is coming through the seals. She was right. Tiny wisps of white were creeping through the gaps around the window frames. When a drop landed on her hand, she screamed. The skin blistered instantly, turning black and peeling away. We retreated to the back corner of the classroom, as far from the windows and door as possible. But the fog kept coming, slow but relentless, eating through everything it touched. That was 3 hours ago. We've lost 4 people so far. Tommy tried to make a run for the chemistry supply closet to get something to neutralize the acid. The fog got him before he made it halfway across the room. We watched him dissolve from the inside out, still conscious and screaming until his lungs melted. Mrs. Rodriguez is gone too. She tried to call for help on the classroom phone, but when she picked up the receiver, fog poured out of it. We couldn't save her. Now there are only 8 of us left, huddled in the storage closet at the back of the room. The fog is slower here, but it's still coming. We can feel it burning our throats with every breath. I managed to reach this computer lab through the air vents, but I can't stay long. The fog is thicker up here, and I can already feel my skin starting to tingle. The worst part is the sounds from outside, not just screaming anymore, but wet, sloshing noises, like hundreds of people dissolving at once. Sometimes we hear voices calling for help, but they sound wrong, distorted, like the fog is using them to trick us into opening doors. I've been trying to find news about what's happening, but every website just shows normal weather reports. No mentions of chemical fog or mass casualties. It's like the outside world doesn't know we exist, but I found something on the school's internal network. Construction reports from last month. They were installing new ventilation systems, upgrading the chemistry lab storage. The contractor was a company called Helios Chemical Solutions. I looked them up. They don't exist. No website, no business license, no records of any kind. Someone did this to us on purpose. The fog is reaching the closet where the others are hiding. I can hear Chloe coughing, that wet sound that means her lungs are starting to dissolve. The others are praying, but I don't think God can help us now. If anyone reads this, don't come to Riverside High School. Don't send rescue teams. The fog will kill them too. Just make sure people know what happened here. My skin is starting to bubble. I can taste metal and chemicals in my mouth. The keyboard is getting harder to see through the white. Tell my parents I love them. Tell them I tried to get home. The fog is here now. It's beautiful in a way, like being inside a cloud, but it burns. Everything burns. Someone please